It is impossible that Emma should not miss such a companion, said Mr. Knightley. We should not like her so well as we do, sir, if we could suppose it, but every friend of Miss Taylor must be glad to have her so happily married. And you have forgotten one matter of joy to me, said Emma. That I made the match myself. I made the match, 4 years ago, and to have it take place, and be proved in the right, when so many people, said Mr. Weston, would never marry again, may comfort me for anything. Mr. Knightley shook his head at her. Her father fondly replied, "Ah, my dear, I wish you would not make matches and foretell things, for whatever you say always comes to pass. Pray do not make any more matches. I promise you to make none for myself, Papa, but I must, indeed, for other people. It is the greatest amusement in the world, and such success, I do not understand what you mean by success, said Mr. Knightley. Your time has been properly and delicately spent, if you have been working for the last 4 years to bring about this marriage. A worthy employment for a young lady's mind. But if, you're making the match, as you call it, means you're saying to yourself one idle day, I think it would be a very good thing for Miss Taylor if Mr. Weston were to marry her, and saying it again to yourself every now and then afterwards, why do you talk of success? Where is your merit? You made a lucky guess, and that is all that can be said. And have you never know the pleasure and triumph of a lucky guess? I pity you, there is always some talent in it. If I had not promoted Mr. Weston's visit here, and given many little encouragements, it might not have come to anything after all. A straightforward, open-hearted man like Mr. Weston, and a rational, unaffected woman like Miss Taylor may be safely left to manage their own concerns. You are more likely to have done harm to yourself, than good to them, by interference. Emma never thinks of herself, if she can do good to others, rejoined Mr. Woodhouse. But, my dear, pray do not make any more matches, they are likely things, and break up one's family circle grievously. Only one more, Papa, only for Mr. Elton. I must look about for a wife for him. He has been here a whole year, and has fitted up his house so comfortably, that it would be a shame to have him single any longer. Mr. Elton is a very pretty young man, to be sure. But if you want to show him any attention, my dear, ask him to come and dine with us some day. That will be much better thing. I agree with you entirely, that it will be much better thing. Invite him to dinner, Emma, and help him to the best of the fish and chicken, but leave him to choose his own wife, said Mr. Knightley laughingly.